Hello, my name is Swiss Bianco. In this video I will talk about the Bear Creek Arsenal 20-inch A2 upper. We see right now how that got delivered in a nice padded cardboard box. We have the nice blue foam, so nothing gets scratched. By the muzzle it has a placeholder there too. So as we take that out, the item comes with some paperwork and the sticker, just the delivery paperwork, that's all what it is. So we put that out of the way. So that's the item, how it comes. It's 20 inches, so it's a bit longer than the video frame. We have a upper that is CNC milled machined. It's not a forged one, it's a billet upper that they used in this build. We have still the Chinese Corona crisis, as I did buy this upper, so there was not that much on the market in that regard. So basically what Bear Creek Arsenal does is mix and match the items. So this should have usually come with a forged upper, but that is a billet one that is on it. So that is how that is. We can still change that afterwards. We have a removable carry handle style sight. We have a regular bolt in it, nitride bolt, and then the plastic fore end for the long one for the 20 inch. Then we have the regular A2 muzzle brake in front of it, the front sight with the bayonet lock. So as we look at the details, that's basically why I do that video, is to show you what you can expect with that upper. What we have on the site is a cast metal version. The drum here is plastic, but the rest is pretty well made, typical style, and it's too shiny there, so it needs a bit matte black paint. The only point I found problematic is the wiggle here in the size of the screw, so that is a bit a problem, but the rest is relative good. We see that it is a bit a budget site, as say the tension pins are not in all the way, they stand a bit out. That is easy to take all the way in. We have the hole if you want to mount a scope or something on the carry handle. Nothing special there at all. Then the charging handle is a regular one, again a bit of shiny finish that they put on it, whatever anodizing or finish that is, but a regular style of the charging handle. Then we have the bolt, nitride version. The carrier style is like the original, the full size, so that is good. It's a 556, of course. What is a bit different here is how they staked the screws on the sides instead of on top. Same on the other side. It's a bit strange. I did a check on the screws, they are really tight in there, so we see how that works. I did not shoot it yet, so I'm gonna put information if I run into problems in the description. Then to the upper, as I said, it's a flat top upper that is CNC machined, a billet upper. A big flat side on that side. The other side has the regular matters how it is usually. Now one problem I see here is that the dust cover doesn't close all the way down. That's maybe nitpicking, but Usually the thing is all the way closed, but this one has a little bit of play. Then we have the regular spring with that holds the fore end on it. It's a typical plastic. The metal, the sheet metal inside the heat shield is rather thin. I'm gonna show that in a minute. Then we have the cast front sight, and the barrel itself is parkerized 556 NATO 127, 20-inch heavy barrel, parkerized with a A2 flash hider. The flash hider is not 100% straight on it. It is a little bit angled as you watch the item from the front towards the front side. You see that the slots are not 100% aligned, but that is not that much of a problem. As I take off the fore end plastic there, I think it was on that side, the aluminium was not clipped into the plastic there correct, so make sure you check that if you get that item. Again, the aluminium is really thin on that heat shield. I saw some other fore ends, they had way thicker aluminium in there. The quality of the plastic is of course not like a Colt either, but if you want, that is relatively easy to replace with a higher quality material. Now to the barrel and the gas tube. Of course it's a 20-inch with a full length gas tube. There we see there is nothing special on how that is built in, and the sling swivel is pretty good riveted in too. Maybe I flare out that rivet a little bit more. The pinning of the front side is done pretty well too. We have on each side like 2.5 millimeters standing out of the pin. So yeah, it's a heavy barrel. We see that from the diameter all the way back in here. So the build quality is not bad, and I'm sure the item gonna work just fine. It's just some details that may be something that you don't like if you would like to have that item with a regular forged upper instead of a billet one, and again the carry handle is a bit quite likely on the cheap side. It's not the cheapest that I ever saw. I saw some really cheap made versions out of that, but what I quite likely gonna do is check a bit around with used parts after the craziness is slowing down, if I see a used military version of the carry handle, because we have to face it, this is the open sight, the rear sight, and that needs to be 100% working on that item. This item is for me for using and not for just a collection. That's for test and training. So this much is what you can expect from Bear Creek Arsenal. I did some videos on other items before, and that is basically within the range of those other videos. The quality for sure is there. I know the prices sometimes are pretty low, and if you check for a deal you sooner or later find it. For this item I had to wait about a half year that it got back in stock, but then there it was, and on sale as well, and this in still the Chinese Corona times. So yeah, that's for sure something that can be used. It's not a collectible in that regard like a Colt or a higher priced item, but you pay way less for it as well. So that much about the Bear Creek Arsenal.